Hey everybody, welcome to Vacuum Wars. Today I'm reviewing a vacuum that I've received a lot of requests to review, the new Shark Vertex Cordless Vacuum. I spent the week putting it through all kinds of tests and I was pretty impressed, mostly because I think Shark did just about everything right with this model and I'm excited to get into it, so links in the description for current prices and let's get started. First off, the Shark Cordless Vertex is not to be confused with the Shark Upright Corded Vacuum, also called Vertex, which came out about the same time and which I reviewed a few weeks ago. The Shark Cordless Vertex is the new flagship cordless vacuum model in Shark's lineup, and it's the first Shark cordless in a long time that I'm going to enthusiastically recommend. I think the best way to explain why I like it is to do a simple pros and cons video and just explain all the features and test results as I go. Fans of Vacuum Wars know that I really like Shark's Duo Clean head technology, as well as their new anti-hair wrap technology, but believe it or not, this is the first time Shark has included both of those features into the same cordless vacuum. They've had cordless vacuums with Duo Clean heads, and they've had cordless vacuums with their anti-hair wrap technology, but despite both of those features being offered together in corded models, this is the first time it's been offered together in a cordless vacuum, at least that I know of. Just a quick refresher, Duo Clean means that there are two rollers, a soft one in the front and a more or less standard one in the back. This not only gives it a great seal on hard floors and carpets, as you can see with things like the crevice pickup test done in one forward pass, which trust me is really good, but it also means it's excellent with debris pickup on hard floors and carpet. Basically all the stuff that you're seeing on the screen right now is pretty much only able to be done by vacuums with this technology. It's very rare that vacuums can pick up debris of this size, let alone piles of debris this size. Ironically, it's also incredibly good for fine debris like dust and sand too. The Shark Vertex Cordless also has a lot of power. Shark says it has more suction than any of their previous cordless stick vacuums, and in my tests I found that it had quite a bit more suction than their previous flagship cordless stick, which is the Rocket Pet Plus, and just a touch more airflow than the Rocket as well. The Vertex uses the same trigger-based boost system as the previous model. You basically turn it on by choosing either the hard floor or carpet setting, and if you want to, you can squeeze the trigger for a high power boost. But you don't have to use the trigger if you don't want to, which saves strain on your hand. And here's the thing, I didn't actually find any reason to boost the power. What I mean is that the pickup ability of the Vertex is more about mechanics than power, so I think it did just as good in low power as it did in high power. In fact, most of these pickup tests on the screen were done in low power mode. Interestingly, even in the carpet deep clean test, where I embed 100 grams of sand into medium pile carpet and weigh the bend before and after the run, I got the exact same fairly good score on both low and high power modes. That score, by the way, is as good or better than I've got with any Shark cordless on this test. I think the reason that its low power performance is so efficient is because of the newly designed head with what Shark is calling power fins. These are taking the place of the traditional bristles for agitation, and besides apparently being good at their job, they also help with resisting hair tangles. And that brings me to another major pro for the Vertex. It's one of the best cordless vacuums I've ever tested with resisting hair tangles. I did my usual 7-inch and 14-inch hair tests, but I didn't even spread it out like I normally do to make it fair. I just left it in big piles, and it still didn't get tangled with one hair. I've been doing these tests for a while, and it seems clear to me that Shark is leading the pack when it comes to resisting hair tangles, and it's not really even that close of a race. Another thing I was happy about was its filtration. Shark has put its anti-allergen complete seal technology on the Vertex Cordless. This basically means it has a quality HEPA filter and it doesn't leak. And yes, most vacuums leak, unless they are pretty new and pretty high end, and if you could see what your cheap vacuum was doing to your air quality, you probably wouldn't use it very much. The thing is though, even though Shark puts this technology on most of their corded vacuums, it's been kind of hit and miss with their cordless vacuums. Really, only 3 of their recent cordless vacuums have it, with the Vertex being one of them, so it's a big pro in my book. The battery situation is a pro as well. The battery itself is removable and replaceable, which I like. As far as the battery life, Shark says they can get 60 minutes of runtime without the head attached, like for using it for above floor cleaning. I tested it with the head attached and got almost 35 minutes, which is pretty significant. That's more than any other Shark vacuum I've tested. Another pro is the Multiflex wand. This is something unique to Shark, which has 2 uses. The first is that it makes it really easy, kind of even fun to get get under furniture. The second is that it solves the problem of where to set your stick vacuum during breaks or for storage, since it basically folds up with the click of a button. It comes with 3 high-quality attachments, a crevice tool, a combo upholstery tool, and an anti-allergen dust brush for delicate jobs, so a decent but not amazing attachment set. The final pro, before we move on to the cons, is the way that it handles. It was very smooth on hard floors and carpet, and very easy to maneuver, especially on hard floors. Moving on to the negative stuff. First, on carpets, it's just a little bit harder to push because of the suction and because of the soft roller up front, which kind of wants to run away from you a little bit, making it a little more tiring on your arm for carpets. Another con may be a little nitpicky, but the button placement was a little confusing. I kept getting the multi-flex release button confused with the handle release button, and it caused me to actually drop the canister a couple times. Also, the dustbin release button wasn't intuitive as previous models. Again, pretty nitpicky. One thing is that these dual clean heads require just a little bit extra maintenance. You need to very regularly pop out the soft brush and clean from behind it, or else it will stall and cause problems. It's not a big deal if you know to do it, so I try to mention it when I think of it. The final con is my usual gripe about price. It's expensive for a Shark, but it is helpful to consider the context. Shark's main competitor is selling its cordless flagship for double this price, so it's hard to complain too much. All in all, I think Shark hit a home run with the new Vertex Cordless. It has all the things I like about their previous models combined into one super model. Links in the description for current prices, and be sure to subscribe to Vacuum Wars to keep up with all the latest vacuums, robot vacuums, and carpet cleaners. Thanks for watching.